don't curse him out. And as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We sick and tired of that nigga there.
And I know these other podcasters are. I know these pastors are. But guess what? We ain't going nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the greatest motherfucking podcast in the world, the Ant Money Experience, with yours truly, Sir King Ant Money. Don't forget the greatest. Hope everybody is having a wonderful week. I know this week has been trying, but we gonna get through it. And if you are here right now, you know you're here for that unofficial start of the weekend. Let everybody know that this is where you should start your Thursdays at. Now, if you are here right now, you are also watching on the big exclusive network. Tell a friend to come through and check it out, y'all. Always a great time at the big exclusive network. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the network, and also make sure that you are tuned in every Tuesday for the Big Exclusive podcast with yours truly, Big Exclusive, Angry OG, and Top Flight is going to be coming through every once in a while. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. Now, I want to say a happy birthday shout out to my youngest sister, Janae Rockmore. The young lady is truly amazing. Officially started her first day of law school this week, correction from last week. And the young lady is out to do amazing things. Now, if you would like to be a co-host on the Ain't Money Experience, make sure you inbox me, ladies. And also, if you would like your business, your initiative, your dinners that you're selling, your mixtape, what else? Your pharmaceuticals. It's like, no, chill on the pharmaceuticals. But if you want anything that you have going on, broadcast on a bigger platform, make sure you inbox or DM me so I could put you on the spotlight segment of my show. Now, without further ado, let me bring up my co-host for this evening.
Hi.
What it do, pimpin'?
What up? What up?
See them boys spinning, but see them boys looking, but them niggas ain't tipping. How are you doing this evening?
Man, outstanding. How are you?
Oh shit! I see. Ooh,
Oh yeah, hey,
I
hey,
see
yeah,
you.
hey, yeah,
I
hey,
see you, my
hey.
boy.
I'm in the gym to cave a nigga chest in, and I meant that. Welcome. Hello.
One thing Scooty gonna do is bring the violence every time.
Every time, baby. Every time.
All right. With that being said, producer, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. Get through this first portion of the show because I'll be damn.
Boy, dropping like flies, ain't it?
Producer, my first topic, please. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton, American staple. I will not lie at all. I was not the biggest Dolly fan. If it comes to country music, it's gonna be Reba for me. I'm sorry, but I would I would be ignorant to say I don't acknowledge the greatness that she had in that genre, even though I'm not a fan. I would say as far as Dolly Parton is concerned, I mean, we all know Whitney. Whitney right there redid her song. And I feel like that was my first exposure to her. You know, working 9 to 5, I know that, but her philanthropy is what I know her most from. She definitely gave back, and she was an ally. She did her 1-2 for our folks as well. I mean, I respect it because I look at it like anything outside of your dynamic or your demographic, you don't really owe those people. So I respect that as well. May she rest in peace. One thing I would say is I haven't seen anything wrong about it, and honestly, the thing I knew about Dolly the most would be inappropriate to say when she just passed away.
I'm crying. Also, I don't know if y'all, for whoever's watching who has like small children or whatever, she has a foundation that sends out books once a month to children. You sign up for it or whatever, and they'll send you some cultural relevant, 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 relevant
Relevant.
books to your
And you
child.
know what? I actually heard about that years ago, and I really do respect that. And I mean, she came up real humble to
Mm.
say it lightly,
We got
and I
forts this
respect
month,
it. Say that again.
so we got a book called Forts this month.
Okay. Oh, shout out to that. You was already on it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't playing. Yeah, no, I fuck with it.
Shout out to that. Now, producer, my next topic, please. Rest in peace to Michael Wright. Now, if you are like me, we do not know that man as Michael Wright. That is Eddie Kane right there. And I was yesterday years old when I found out that it is not Eddie Kane, it's Eddie King. But I'm still gonna call that
Yes.
boy Eddie Kane.
Let me tell you.
He was also in movies like Sugar Hill. Um, a legend. If you are black, you know this man is Eddie Kane, and you have watched the Five Heartbeats 20 times in your life, without a doubt. Now I'm gonna say my favorite Eddie Kane moment. Ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. he said, he said, he said, I'm gonna do it like we did back in the day. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
Ain't that shit.
But rest in peace to Eddie Kane, man. Now, also, rest in peace to Samuel Monroe Jr. If you remember Junior, I mean, he always played somebody that I just did not like. He
Real
was
shiesty,
Junior.
real shiesty.
He was Junior on the Players Club. He was Shanice's older cousin on Men's Society, which their relationship seemed a little weird to me in the short time that he was in it. He was also there was another one that he was in. And I mean, I just did not like this man in any of the roles that he played. But
He was
when you
typecast.
can when you can be an actor, I forget the person that I heard this from, but if you can be an actor and you can make people hate you off of a role that you played, that means you did a phenomenal job. May that king rest in peace. Now, get into a couple other people. I forget his name, but the guy who was the behind it, I forget his name.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Another staple. You showed me before we got on here. Optimus Prime
Yep.
passed away. There was also another one that I just seen. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put my phone down, go take a shower. I just came home from the gym. This is too much.
Yeah.
Debbie from American Gladiators. She was the black woman that was on the show. Where she was a mean motherfucker. I used to hate Debbie because they become the like, get off of me. She hit you with a mean ass forearm, but rest in peace, Debbie as well. Now let's get straight into the shenanigans. Producer, my next video, please. Oh, shout out to my boy Booby Miles. My good brother posted this last week on Facebook. Somebody said black people always go through the Macy's entrance, the mall through the Macy's entrance. Take that now, producer. Now, are you guilty?
I'm not guilty. I go so because of the way the mall set up this is set up over here that I go to normally, I go through either Barnes and Noble or JC Penney.
You did say Barnes and Noble on that
Hmm.
post too. What up, Ryan? What up, good brother? Glad to see you here. Yo, when I tell you, Brian is my not only my accountability brother, where we have talks when things come up in our lives, and it's like you need somebody to give you a little quick heat check. But Brian is also my gym accountability brother. When I tell you, I always see the most random shit, and I'm like, I know Brian going like this one. I saw a lady in the gym. Now I told you about the lady that looked like the Joker. And I turned around the other day, and this lady, I swear to you, she looked like the cat in the hat. And I just looked at her and I could not stop staring. And I was like, stop staring. Stop staring. I do have a staring problem. I know this. If I keep looking at this lady in her face, I'm gonna bust out laughing. She gonna be offended. And
What do
I'm
you
gonna
mean by
tell
that? What do you mean by she look like Cat in the Hat?
oh, like the nose, the pale white skin, the lack
Producer,
of
producer, next. I'm not. I'm not.
Comedian Tay Boogie, what up, good brother? Hope you are in good spirits.
Oh,
Comedian Tay Boogie, I just want to say you are randomly funny. You are randomly funny. He inboxed me one day. It was like, "Yo, good brother, can I have can you send me a picture?" I was like, "What you kind of freaking shit you on?" But you know what? I actually love the idea that he had in mind. He was like, he was putting together a photo album of people that he just fucked with, and he was like, at the time he was in the hospital, and he was like, these pictures when I have a rough day. I could go through my photo album and it'll just make me feel better.
he didn't ask me for one. That's crazy.
I think he,
I thought we were locked. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I think he wanted yours to be X. Never mind. Never mind.
Offline,
Producer,
offline.
producer. Next topic, please.
I wanted to smack all these people shit. They getting dicks on my tranny. Want some hot crazy shit, bro?
Now, for those that don't have context to that video, so as you can see, did that look like some ghetto Three Stooges type of shit?
It did, and in fact, nobody got him. Start whipping that nigga ass immediately. Don't sit right with me.
Oh, I will tell you why nobody whooped his ass. There was Tay Boogie was a nasty nigga because you picked up on it.
Oh
So
yeah, oh yeah.
so the individual was speeding out of control, and in Philly there's some blocks that are two-way traffic, but people disrespectfully double park, and this individual was coming down the street. As you see, he missed two teenagers
Mm-hmm.
and crashed into a car that was double parked, and that car went into a car, cars went into other cars, and nobody whooped his ass because this was a very heavy heavily populated Muslim area. So when he got out of the car, initially everybody looked at him and was like, is that brother okay? But that was the people across the street. Now people that were closer was like, why is his pants stink? And then a transmitting got out of the other side and they said, oh, he was in there getting head.
You said transmitting.
Yes.
All right.
Transformer like Optimus
I'm
Prime.
tired. I'm tired. We just lost him. It's too soon. No, but that's crazy. That's actually one of my biggest fears is getting in a wreck while doing the doing the deed in the car. Because somebody's gonna find you. You get in a wreck and you die like that. That's in the
Have you
police
ever
report.
had anything unfortunate happen while you were like doing the do?
Yeah, producer, go ahead and roll the next.
Listen, I tell you, I was I was a teenager and I was out on my midnight creep. And I was out in Kelly Drive. If you from the West Side, you know what Kelly Drive at night be about. So I was out and I did my due. I said, oh, I was tired. I was laying on top of her.
I was tired.
And I saw whoop whoop. I said, oh, all of a sudden I gained energy. I jumped on the other side and those dress pants would not come up fast enough. So the police officer came up. She said, uh-huh, uh-huh. I know what you was in there doing. You know that's illegal, right? And I'm like, you already know what it is about in the park. Now I thought that, but I didn't say it.
Good for you.
But I looked at her and she was like, yeah, and y'all was over here loud. I was like, first of all, she not even that loud. She was like, they heard y'all from across the street. Then you just fucking lying because we 2 blocks away from anything residential. You know what, man? She was like, I could lock you up, but I'm gonna just let you go on ahead about your way. Don't let me catch you out here again. All right, what
18 months
shifts you
later.
work? So I know not to be out here during that time because I'm gonna be back out here.
Oh, you a bold one. You a bold one. You a bold one.
listen, listen. I'm going to do what I want.
Uh,
But imagine having shitty draws too.
Why would you have shitty draws? That's always been something that concerned me. Because when people break up with everything online, I loved y'all, watch your shitty draw. I did XYZ, da da da. And people start telling all this business. Man, yo, Dick Duncan, I still did XYZ to it. Why are you putting that in your mouth if you know it smells weird? You know it's making shitty draws. Why are you what do you mean? Y'all been together for 5 years.
Now I'm not gonna hold you. I've had a summer day where came back. We was about to get to it, and Shorty said, "You smell sweaty before we do anything." And you
Cause
know what? Respect,
Cause that's like
respect.
you know I don't have this issue with sweat. You know I like gym rats. You know I do enjoy a good musk, but like there's lines. Like imagine having shitty draws. From him being scared. Like that's why he got him, or like they was already shitty when he got in the car and started
Yo,
getting some head. Like what you mean by that?
this girl had a post on Twitter. I don't. It was a guy. I don't know. Like I knew she didn't know this guy very well. Whatever it was, he dropped
Oh, okay,
game. He comes back to the crib. She said she woke up the next day. She said, I got all white sheets. We in the bed naked. Shit stain on her white sheets. Mm. Now, with that being said, producer, my next topic, please. This goes for all you motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers. Calling someone bald head is now classified as sexual harassment. And I'm putting cases on all of you bitches. You take that down, producer. I'm putting cases on all of you bitches. You'll be playing basketball at Pelican Bay when I'm done with y'all.
okay, milk that.
Every day I gotta wake up and fight for my life.
Good
And you know
morning.
what? There's two things that are becoming a common theme on the show. And the first one is that I'm noticing a news clip every week that I really love. Now, I forgot to put the news clip up 2 weeks in a row, but next week I'm gonna make sure I deliver it because this man acted a goddamn fool. When I tell you that DC probably has some of the best news clips you would ever see. I feel like my news clips come from DC, Philly, and then they also come sometimes from like I'm gonna say the South as a whole. But DC and Philly are always good for some great news clips. Now, with that being said, producer, my next topic, please. Now, this is an interesting one. You like my sound effect? Biological parents sue surrogate McKenna West for more than 100,000 after she refused to terminate baby with a threatening heart condition. Now, I want to know how you feel about that. Now, let's make the scenario happen. for the people that don't really get the details of it. So they have the surrogate, they make an agreement. They go to the appointments. The doctor says, "Oh, this baby has like a life-threatening heart condition. It would not be in the best interest for this baby is going to have a lot of struggles. It really wouldn't be in the best interest to have this baby knowing that this baby could have this condition." Now, my medical opinion would be to terminate pregnancy. She says, the parents say, okay, we want to do that. The mother said, I mean, the surrogate mother says, no. They have the baby. Baby has the issues that they say they're going to have. And this baby, I'm not exactly sure, but from what I've read and from what I remember, I want to say the baby might have been premature and has this heart condition. So the likeliness is kind of slim. Now, what were your thoughts?
So one, you missed a couple of things in here, right?
Okay.
So obviously, so during surrogacy, obviously, you sign a contract. This is not your baby. This is not your eggs. Not your embryo. This is not your child. You
Right.
sign a contract. There's a abortion clause in there. She signed this. She signed like when it comes to surrogacy
Oh, I
shit.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. So you agree to this multiple times because this is not your child, and like in cases like this or whatever, the parents like, hey, we should probably get rid of it. You're supposed to get rid of it. The parents that actually found a hospital and stuff up there because they said that she's like, I'm not getting rid of this baby, and they were like, okay, well here's some doctors, here's some XYZ in the state that they currently were in, Alaska, Connecticut, whatever it was. I can't remember the name of the state they were in right now. She left that state where the parents were like, okay, here's a place with some good care, some good doctors, whatever. You don't get rid of it. Let's try to figure something else out, whatever. She left that state, fled to Texas, and then had the baby down there because Texas is like a black state for abortion, so you can't get abortion for any reason in Texas,
Oh,
including medical necessity. So she went down there or whatever, thinking that they were gonna like make her the mother and let her keep the baby or whatever. Which again, violation of your contract because you're kidnapping. This isn't your baby. Went down there, baby premature. I think the baby's already had one heart surgery. And let's be clear, this baby is missing half a heart. So she did all this, and now now they have to go through this custody battle, all this other stuff, because she stole this baby, went down to Texas to have it. She's trying to she's trying to get legal custody of the child. Because she's like, the parents didn't want it, da da da. That's not how any of this fucking works. Arrest this woman. And
oh, that
it's also making a very dangerous precedent for other surrogates. Because what's stopping anybody else from fleeing to Texas or these other black states? Not black states in the race, but the black states as far as abortions, where there's
right.
just zero abortion for any reason, and then trying to coerce other families out of more money to get their babies back. This is very weird. That lady is very fucking strange. Violence.
That is very that this is a lot more complex than I thought
Yeah,
because I mean, yes, they wanted to terminate pregnancy. She has this baby. It's technically not your baby. Yeah,
not your baby.
that's
It's not even technically like it's not your baby. These are not your eggs.
it's not your it's not
This
your
is your shit.
baby.
You're a vessel that you signed. You got paid, and you get paid very handsomely for this.
But I mean, this is a strange one though, because if y'all no longer wanted to have this baby and I don't terminate because I I don't want to do that abortion, but the abortion clause is there. This has a lot of
It does.
complexities to it.
And then on top
And
of that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would be very interested to see what the how this would play out because I mean,
Yep. And then obviously, like the baby's gonna have like all these like medical situations in the future or whatever.
yeah,
And I don't know if you're familiar with the case of the lady in Georgia who they would not terminate the pregnancy. She was in a coma. Baby came out. Baby has a fucking plethora of medical conditions and issues. And now they're making the families pay for that. Who's gonna pay for this child's medical care? Because she wants full custody, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna be responsible for their child because technically it's still their
mm,
child. So now it's all these other things that's happening with this. And now the baby is here.
yeah,
You're causing so much emotional distress to a family who couldn't conceive on their own.
yeah,
Are,
this
you're insane.
yeah, I would be interested to see how this plays out. Uh
Mm-hmm.
Peace and peace, thoughts and prayers for everybody.
Boy.
Yeah. Now, producer, my next topic, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL Pro Bowl has been eliminated. I'm not sure how many years it's been, but viewership has really gone down with the Pro Bowl because nobody really takes it serious. Almost the same as the All-Star game for the NBA, but nobody really takes it serious. You can take that damn producer. The players don't really want to get hurt. The only players are there are really like the players that they weren't in the playoffs. They're not in the Super Bowl. They don't really care. I mean, I would say the last 2 years they've made strides to make it more fun, where they had like a lot of mini games and stuff like that. I really enjoy the, excuse me, the last two Pro Bowls, but the Pro Bowl is no longer here. They'll still do the yearly awards as normal, but the NFL Pro Bowl, rest in peace. Now, one of my favorite moments, rest in peace to Sean Teller. That was a man that every time he put football pads on, he was not playing. There was a Pro Bowl game and a kicker. If you guys are familiar with kickers, they are the smallest people on the field. They are like everybody else is in the 200-pound range, if not really close to it. Kickers are like 120, 130. And this kicker, the ball, they muffed the kick, which is basically the ball slipped or whatever. He picked it up and ran. And he thought because it was the Pro Bowl, he was going to be okay because nobody was playing serious. Sean Teller laid that man the fuck out. I mean, went into like it.
Ooh.
It looked like a Mack truck hitting a 3-year-old. And he laid there, and they was like, "What the fuck is the Pro Bowl?" When you put your pads on, be prepared to play.
Hey.
Rest in peace to Sean Teller. Going too soon. But y'all know how. Well, before I get there, if you are in the comments, rep your team because today, well, this weekend is the last last preseason game. It's about to be the big leagues, ladies and gentlemen. I wish the best to everybody's team, unless you're a Giants fan, an Eagles fan, a Jets fan.
Ha! And also make sure you rub your wing orders. If you like hot wings, buffalo wings, like just a regular a fucking buffalo flavor, lemon pepper hot, mango habanero is my favorite personally. Oh, hey, Rock, you're back.
Comedian Tay Boogie, I was about to judge you, but I remember from last season that your ladies team, I forget which one, I think it was Chicago. So I'll let that go. I'll say brother, NY. First of all, I hate both teams from NY. I hate every team that plays in New York. Well, the Bills, we normally smack that ass, so I don't really hate them too much. But the Giants, the Jets, they could take that jet and go into a giant. Never mind. I'm not.
All right.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But I love football season. Y'all know I will remind y'all that the Patriots are God's blessing to the NFL. Enjoy.
They still, are they still deflating footballs?
I was waiting for you, El Presidente, because El Presidente, you hurt my feelings when I saw you put on another gang's colors. You are a Saints fan, and you had on an Eagles jersey because it was the Super Bowl. Yuck. Now, with that being said, producer, well, y'all know how I like to end if it bleeds the leads. Producer, play my funny video of the week.
My uncle only comes over at night when my dad has to work. Like, watch this. My mom hates when people try to come over. I think it's because we have bugs. Watch this. My dad said it burns when he pees. Watch this. You got facial hair? I thought only men had that. Since I'm in the pool today, I don't have to shower. My dad hits my mom, and he disappears for a couple of days. Watch this.
Now, he's the second person I've seen do this trend. The first one was a Black Queen. I saw this and I absolutely died. His was way funnier than hers. But when I tell you, when he said, "My dad said it burns when he pees," yo, when I tell you, I laughed so hard. Now, Scooty, niece is not quite there where she can.
Shit. You ain't seen niece in about a year and a half. Let me tell you something about your niece. Let me tell you something about your niece. I'm a drop kicker when I get to Texas. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Cause wherever you was finna say, just I just I just gonna cut you off. Let me tell you something about that little baby.
she
If
got
I
nice.
real honest, if I start doing too much, she, mommy, I need you to stop,
Oh
breathe,
shit,
relax.
breathe. Oh shit.
All I
Now,
said was listen to your grandmother.
do you remember anything that you said as a little kid that was like a room shaker?
I don't remember what I said. What I remember was leaving my house, repeating something that my mom had said or whatever it was. And we got home, and my mother, well, we stopped by Home Depot. True story. It's the truth. I swear to God. Stopped by Home Depot. We got like a pint of paint, however, like whatever, like a little thing of paint. We came back. My mother painted a line in front of the driveway, a big old white line, painted in front of the driveway. She said, "Scooty, on this side of the line is our house. This is the streets. This side of the line is where anything mommy and daddy says stays. If over here is gonna get you, I'm gonna fuck you if you come back over and you tell anybody else over here. This ain't like whatever. This ain't their business. Give me a
I
nice little
like that.
talking to. I was like, okay, I can understand that. Then she whooped my ass. I don't know what I told them folks. That lady put me through a wall. Boy, she taught a lesson that day.
Listen, I remember being a kid and my first school, my parents sent me to this real Christian black Baptist school. So I remember learning the Ten Commandments, and I used to watch and I used to look for stuff, and I used to wait to say, "You just broke the Ten Commandments. You just broke all the Ten Commandments because if you break one commandment, you break them all." So I remember my cousin Tony, rest in peace, God rest his soul. He came home from Germany and he had a German wife, Annetta. Damn. I was trying to remember that name forever and cannot remember it, but Annetta.
I hate when that happens.
And him and Annetta, they separated. So he starts dating this other young lady. And I remember one day I came in the house and I said, "Tony, you broke all the commandments." He said, "What?" I said, "You broke all the commandments." He was like, What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Thou shalt not commit adultery. If you break one, you break them all." And I walked off. And my aunt came to me and she said, "Anthony, you were being disrespectful." I said, "How, Auntie Lane?" She said, "Because you told Tony he broke all the commandments." I said, "He was committing adultery." She said, "No, he did not." I was like, "And he's still married to another?" She looked at me. She was like, "Go outside." Now, I overheard her and my mom talking, and the phone was up really loud. She was like, "Anthony told Tony that he broke all the Ten Commandments because he was committing adultery." She was like, "Well, he ain't lie."
Hello?
And with that being said, producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. Now it's crazy because tonight I have a wine cooler topic, a medium wine cooler kind of lounge talk topic, and then I got a lounge talk topic. Now we're gonna jump into the wine cooler topic first. Now, Scooty, for you as a person, what is an acceptable time for somebody to call you, or acceptable time for you to call somebody that is in a relationship?
Depending on who it is and what the issue is or what the situation is,
Now, let's take seriousness off the table.
it's
A
just
leisure
bullshitting.
talk. A leisure talk. What you
S-
up to? What you on tonight, gang? What now? Before I get I'll let you give your answer. I was at
Um,
work, and one of my homies, one of my homies at work. I mean, he got his little issues, but he said he in the crib chilling with his lady. It's a Friday night. They watching TV. Watch TV. His phone is right here. His phone beeps. He picks it up. He looks. It's a coworker. Now, him and his coworker were really cool. Doesn't help that she's an attractive coworker though. Now they were never on that type of time. Hung out sometimes. Know him to hang out. So for the last year, she's been deployed in DC with the National Guard. So she's out the loop. Now I guess she might have had some free time. She was like, "Yo, what's up with you? How you been?" His girl saw that, and she was like, "Why she text you at 11 o'clock?" Now everybody in the office kind of had their opinions on it, and I was like, I don't think that's crazy. If she knows him to be outside at 11 o'clock, yeah, he has a lady, but she didn't say anything. Wow, she said, "What's up? How you been? Ain't talked to you in a while." And she knows you to be up and outside on the weekend at that time. Now, do you think that's inappropriate?
I don't think it's inappropriate. And what I have realized about being out of the military at this point is that we have a different sense of time when it comes to different shit. Like I don't see a problem with that. I'll call people 5 p.m. Man, tell you Boogie said 5:30 p.m. 10 p.m. If I'm up this weekend or whatever, and I know that you're night owl, I might call you at 1 a.m. or whatever. Cause y'all like,
Right,
hey, shots, whatever. Now,
right,
if I call you and you like, hey, you can't, hey, no, my bad. I'm sorry, Miss Lady. I'm real apologetic. I'm disrespectful, but I'm not disrespectful in that manner. My bad. I didn't realize he had. I'm sorry. My fault. I won't.
right.
Whatever. So I will move. So moving forward, I will adjust my preferences with you or
Now,
whatever.
Now, along with that, if I'm in a situation where I'm chilling with my lady, and I know we on this type of time where we laid up, it's a no phone type of night. I'm like, yo, Scooty, I'll holler at you later. I'm chilling with my lady right now. I'm not
Super
even going to
easy.
answer. I'm chilling with my lady right now. Leave it at that. Now, he puts himself in some awkward situations. So, and I knew that. So when she came to the family day at work, I was like, yo, Travis, we still good for the strip club in next week? She was like, hmm. And I find it funnier because he's also a white guy dating a black woman, so that dynamic alone is kind of funny to watch.
My favorite type because they be so clueless.
Oh, clueless as hell. Like he would describe her, and then when I met her, I was like, your stories make a lot more sense now. You forgot
Same
that.
thing happened. Same thing happened to my ex husband. Next folks on me, they was like, "Ain't you?" I pop up there like, oh, okay. You're Kristen. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's
Kristen, like Anthony, is one of those names that
hello.
could go either.
Hey. Hello, motherfucker.
Along with that, I think really fun. You know what? We haven't done this in a little while. Producer, time for a story time with Aunt Money. Oh shit, you don't got the drop no more? Damn, nigga. But anyway, so I was working at Zell's the Diamond store, and another store had called me. So my manager knew that I was always willing to do extra hours. So she sends me to another store. So I had been talking to this lady for like 2 days so she could get all my information in the system. Gets my information in the system. So I show up on this Thursday. So I come to the store. So I was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, the lady's like, fine. I was like, I'm Anthony. She was like, okay. I was like, Anthony from King of Prussia. She was like, oh, Anthony. When you elongated the pronunciation of my name, did it make you feel any better?
Did it change it? I'm
Did it
confused.
sound different? And it was funny because I used to work with this older lady. We used to call her Mama Sue. And she was like, you know what? Your name on paper does sound kind of ambiguous because I don't truly know which you are just looking at your name. She was like, because Rockmore, it just kind of has a ring to it. But she was like, it's not a common name for me to be able to say. It's not like a Williams or a Smith, which still kind of leaves you kind of in the. She was like, the only way I knew that you were black is I looked at your address. When I saw that, she was like, I'm from North Philly. I know that that's an address that's adjacent to North Philly. So I knew you were black. I was like, oh shit, that's good. She was like, but if you were to give, like, she was like, around here, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. What up, good brother? Glad the real bitch ass could come back this evening. First of all, you a bitch because you ain't been accountable in the gym lately. Oh, I hurt my elbow. Bitch
Yeah,
ass nigga. And
did
you
I tell you about
continue
how?
to and
Did
still
I,
continue to spell Canaan with a K.
did I tell you about how I broke his tailbone in Japan?
We've told that story up here before. I don't even
It's a
I don't know.
favorite.
All right, but all right, now my second question for this evening, my medium of the real type of question is what are some things that you don't think? No, not even don't think. What are some things that you just don't want to see on social media? Or
Like
you
any,
see them as a common thing, but you just want it to be out of here.
um, the what you call it? The unrealistic gender wars, right?
Okay.
That's really annoying to me at this point because people are doing it. Because matter of fact, I'll take that back. Engagement post, clout post, because that encompasses much more.
Wait. What do you mean by engagement posts?
When people are making the posts and they're doing and they're doing things for rage bait, like they're doing things for clickbait, they're
Oh,
doing
that
things,
type
they're
of
saying
engagement.
shit.
Got you.
Oh, I went on a date with this girl and she called me this bum broke ass mother, and she sent me a video of her and her boyfriend laughing at me afterwards, and I was like, wow, my feelings are really hurt. Sir, that didn't happen. I know it didn't happen because I saw the story 3 other times, but from 4 other people actually. That you're making it up because you want clicks and you want people to be in your comments arguing to give you more engagement. And people don't actually understand how media literacy works. So they fall for it and they start thinking about this shit as like real life. Then people actually start doing this dumb shit in real life.
Yeah. I agree with Ro. That was one of mine. I don't like killing videos, and
Yeah.
because of my military past, I'm already numb to the videos themselves. I mean, I've seen bodies explode like water balloons. So I know that that's not something that the human psyche should see enough that it doesn't phase me. And I just think I don't like the killing videos at all. I don't think it should be shown. Also, I do hate the videos of people recording somebody taking like their last breaths. Like that's fucking sickening. If
Why are you
anything,
doing
I'm gonna
this?
try to call. I mean, me personally, if I could try to help that person in some kind of way, I would. But recording them is absolutely not. That's fucking disgusting.
No, you're
Now,
doing it for
along
fucking clicks.
it's never that serious. Now, along with that, another thing that I don't like to see, I don't like that people like holding a hand with their family member as they're about to pass away. Now, I get that that's somebody that's really significant to you, and if that's how you feel, that's fine. I don't mind you taking a picture for your own memento, but that don't hit everything not for the public. I've said this
Stop
up here before.
attacking me.
I said this up here before. Also, I hate to see pregnancy photo shoot videos.
You sound jealous because you just fat for no reason.
No, I just don't. I I've only seen like 2 or 3 that I actually like. It's not that I hate to see them. I think the ones that I see are just distasteful. That's what I don't like about it. And once again,
That's fair.
me personally, intimate moments I'm not posting. If it's that intimate to me, I'm holding it to myself. I want to capture the moment, but I don't need to share that with the world because I'm not. I've been a person my entire life. I've never cared about the world's. Scooty, you remember seeing me with a do rag, ball shorts, going out to Starbucks with you in, in Japan. I don't care
Very,
what
very,
people think.
very, very fun times. Very fun times.
For fun times for sure. Oh, casket pictures are wild too.
Because what are y'all doing? Because
Yeah.
like you said again, like intimate moments. And it was so funny about this. I think that all this really goes into the same thing. You're doing all this shit for clicks, and half of y'all aren't even getting paid for you. You just want the fucking attention. And then you start
Facts.
getting attention, and people really underestimate how quickly the attention can go from good to bad out here on social media. People, 100,000 people followed you because you posted this video, of somebody getting shot or whatever, and so they're like, oh, let me come to your page. You post something crazy. Those same 100,000 followers plus your 40,000 followers are now doxing your address and talking crazy to you and threatening your life because you post something they ain't like, because you agree with trans rights, you're against it or whatever else it is. But now your audience is now turned on you, and now they're doxing your fucking address.
Yeah.
They have your children's school out here being posted.
Now, before we go any further, producer, I do want to know what y'all got to say about that. Oh, I guess they don't got to say nothing, huh? But
Fuck them.
now, shout out to my good brother Jay King. Unbrotherly love, unsisterly advice. I see that y'all dropped a new episode. I definitely gotta check that out tomorrow. Now I seen that on this episode, he's talking about a woman spending 250,000 on her 50th birthday to marry herself. Wild shit. Some wild shit you got there. But
Was it her money?
I mean, it's her money.
Who are me to judge? Just hey, spin how you get it. Look, because I thought I was gonna go into like, yeah, and then her boyfriend got really mad because he actually proposed to her and she said no.
Who are me to judge is funny as shit. But shout out to that. Shout out to that. Damn, and call me big. You act like one of my biatches. But no, shout out to my good brother. But yeah, what's some other things I hate to see? I think that pretty much covers the things that I hate to see and no longer want to see on. Oh, I know one thing that I hate. I hate when people post stuff like it's an original idea and they just stole that shit from somebody else. I'm very big on now. Meta kind of caught up to what I was doing because what I would do is all my posts are original. Anything that is not original from me, even on the show, topics that are not mine, I always tell you where I got the topic from. For instance, the topic that we talked about and if it bleeds it leads. Black people, they say black people always go through the entrance at Macy's. I showed you guys where I took that clip from. Because I'm all about if it wasn't my idea, like you can always piggyback off of somebody else's idea and
Yeah.
expand upon them. But give that person their credit. Don't take my status and present it like it's yours. Because I'm gonna report you.
Yeah, and you should. And I don't know. So I don't know if people are really aware of how that kind of shit works. It's nothing. What you put on the internet belongs to everybody. You can't get mad about that. You can. If you have an original thought that you post and somebody takes it and they steal it and they repo whatever it is without giving you the proper credit, without doing that properly, that is that's a fucking
Plagiarism.
ticket against their account. That's it's plagiarism. But was it intellectual property? I think was what it falls under. But like you can have they fucking page demonetized for that.
I remember I saw something one time where I was driving. I went to go see Corey, and my homie called me. So I was going to go drop something off to her. So as I'm driving through Southwest, I look over and I see a store that's literally called the Poppy Store. I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. I took a picture of it and put it on my page. I saw 3 different posts that used my same picture. No, I knew it was my same picture because it was the car and it was the angle that I took it. I looked at both of them and I was like, that's some bullshit. Somebody took my shit and ran with it. So one of my good brothers, shout out to my good brother Malachi. Malachi had reposted something. I was like, yo, dog, that's my picture. He was like, yo, are you serious? So I go back because it was like 3 weeks later. I go back on my Facebook and I tag him to where I posted it. And he said, oh shit, Ant. He said the thing that's crazy is Ant. This is my 6th time seeing this picture. He was like, it's people that's watching your page and monetizing off of your original ideas. That shit pissed me off.
Sure.
He's cussing out elders and no respect. Yeah, El Presidente, I also saw when you said you don't like fight videos. I'm for a good fight video, long as it's adults. I don't like to see kid fight videos. That bothers me.
I saw something. So before I'm putting a pin in that for the fight video thing. I got a story about that though. But the kids kiss out the elders, no respect. Fully agree. And I think like a big part of the like a big part of these whole issues with or these kids or whatever else is that people are trying to shift from like the older generation when they was just doing whatever as parents and shit to trying to be a more like slightly better parents. But some people in between there kind of got the village mixed up. So now, I always say no, you can't say shit to my kids because fuck you, old lady, and da da da. And now the kids are doing the same thing that the parents is doing, talking crazy to the old people instead of using the fucking village like it's supposed to be used for. Because why are
Yeah.
you talking to? Why are you talking crazy to this old ass lady telling her to shut up when she told you not to be throwing fucking water bottles off the top of the goddamn roof?
But if the village is retarded, what you think is
Listen,
going to
if the village retarded,
produce?
rich
Now,
videos.
for my last topic to wrap Leon's talk, yeah, Leon's talk up. Damn.
Well,
But
you stuttering like me, shit.
da 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 damn. But my last topic is I was watching and I saw that Meta settled out of court for a massive class action lawsuit on social media being addictive and a few other caveats to it. But they settled out of court for 18 billion. 18 billion. Yes. And my question to you is, do you think they are responsible for social media sites being quote unquote addictive or creating um, image issues for kids, whether it be to look a certain way or they should be doing certain things? Do you think social media is responsible for that?
Yes, 1000%. And the reason I say that is because that's how media works. That's media. That's what media does. Which is why it's important for you to monitor what your kids get into, what they're watching, what they consume,
Ah,
whatever else, and people in general, from adults to children, whatever. That's everybody's needs to be really conscious about what they're consuming. The issue is shit starts getting normalized, like Facebook shit for kids getting normalized. Now your kids are on TikTok because what social media's job is it's a psyop. It's psychological warfare. That's why you see all these fucking killing videos on there. Also, you see people getting manhandled by the police and shot by the police and whatever else. It's psyops. It's meant to mess with people's psyche. And kids
but
have a
this is
much
my but
huh?
this is my issue though. With kids, I feel that that's your responsibility to monitor what you want your kids to consume.
It is, but it's easy to access. You can't monitor it though, because
You can.
you can try. You can stop your kids from having access to computers at school. Libraries have computers. Everything that's on TV is part of social media at this point. Ads are everywhere. You can
I
do
get
anything
that.
without everything is a smart something these days. TV smart. You got
Now
smart
you're
glasses
not wrong, but that's no different than you can but there are parameters that you can do to control
that you
what
can
you
try to
can
set up,
control. Now,
but you cannot stop it from happening. Which is why I say that yes,
you
it's social
can't
media's
stop
fault.
it, but that I mean, I think it's impossible to monitor everything that your kids do. Now, that's for the but also I think it's up to the parents to reiterate the values that they want their kid to have. Now, I would say that I was at my grandmother and my grandfather's I was at both my grandmother's houses. My one grandmother was very strict. My other grandmother, she wasn't the strict type. So me and my little cousin Jamal, we would wake up every Saturday morning. I like Minister Society. He liked Boys in the Hood. We would watch them back to back. We wasn't watching Saturday cartoons. And when I tell you, we 3.5 years apart. So if I'm 9, he's 6, and we're watching this and nobody cared. I never committed a gun violence crime that I got charged for.
Hey, ha ha,
Mask
gang
up.
shit, gang shit. No,
But no, seriously, I've never had to fire my gun at somebody, but that can change easily if y'all never mind. But
no.
but seriously, I didn't live a life of crime. Now
You also had a two-parent
they,
household.
they that's true, but also
You
I
because there's a lot of different factors to the people. People act like that, like, or not even act like, but people really don't consider when it comes to different shit like this. And that is again what media and the government. These big entities. That's what they depend on. The same reason why the pharmaceutical companies hold on. The same reason why pharmaceutical companies don't actually heal people. They give them a band-aids to cover up. It's gonna cause bigger issues later, or it's gonna cause other situations.
If
You
you
can
let the
you can
media,
huh?
if you let the media tell it, black women are all on welfare. When
Exactly on your
statistically,
algorithm
they're the most
on
educated women in the country, the most educated demographic of people in the country as a
absolutely
minority.
on mine absolutely. That's what's on my algorithm. What's on Rebecca's algorithm is the opposite. What's on Juan's algorithm is that they're the most hardworking and they're the smartest and they're XYZ. Could you look at the data and effects of different things
No,
and
on
see?
Wine's
Yes,
algorithm, they might be the most hardworking. I won't say the smartest, but they might be
shit.
the most hardworking.
But see, and that's the thing though, because you cannot trust media at this point because everything in this bitch is being flipped and flopped and lied about. There used to be entities to have things regulated in place. They people were suing what's that shit? Grok, the AI thing on Twitter. They were suing that shit because white supremacists was getting this. Well, not was it white supremacists, excuse me, but perverts was getting these things, getting pictures of women and children, and making the AI turn them into porn stars. They were making these illicit videos of children, and Elon was over here like, "Oh no, that's freedom of speech." Everybody's like,
Well,
"No,
I
that's not how
think
that
he's an
works."
alien anyway.
You said what?
I think he's an alien anyway.
Or a lizard person. But the point I'm making is that it's absolutely responsible, and they do it on purpose, just like cigarettes, just like vapes. These are targeted to children. That's why so many adults is nowadays are stupid because when they were children, they were targeted about things, and people didn't realize they were being targeted by things because they looked at it like, oh no, it's parents' responsibility to do X, Y, Z. Parents' responsibility, yes, but what you're putting out for these children to actually consume at a high rate of speed, much higher than the parents can actually teach them, because the parents are going to work. The kids are at school for 8 hours a day. The parents are working 12-hour shifts. All these different things are piling up, and that's how it happens.
I
It
get
becomes a
that, but I
bigger fucking
also think,
role.
that's why it's up to the parents also to reiterate things that the principles and the values that they want their kids to say. Because
It
yes,
is.
I
But
did grow
if
up
the
in a
village is
single house,
retarded,
but also
if the village is retarded, the village includes the parents. They have already been pushed to these points. Like we talked about the kids a while ago, cussing at the elderly. Their parents are cussing at the elderly with no nuance. It's not like,
sometimes the
oh,
elderly, come on, sometimes the elderly
but
do need to
which is
be
why I
cussed out.
said with no nuance, with no context.
All
It's not
right,
this
all
person.
right, all right.
Because some, I have these hands are universal, ready to eat for everybody. I get it.
And bisexual.
Hello for Eddie and everybody. But you're cussing out the old lady that's here to help you because you lack the ability to understand that you need help. Because in your head, you're being attacked. Because you've been taught this. And so it's one big ass circle that's just rippling down, circling down, spiraling down, whatever the fucking word for it is going to be. So it's all connected. It's all a big thing. And this just started happening years ago.
For
You,
sure.
you look at your parents now and they're fucking stupid. And their kids are stupid. And their kids are going to be dumber. And it's not getting any worse. They're cutting education benefits. They're making everything digitized. They're cutting fucking a physical disc from PlayStation and Xbox and stuff. This it's all one big. I'm experiencing this. I got my fucking hands back here doing this shit. And look at the strings. But it's all connected. It's all a part of the bigger plan for them to fucking collapse America. So long story short, yes, I blame the internet and it's these damn phones.
I mean, we just have to agree to disagree because things like this have always been around. Now, I think that it's more accessible now, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always been things. I think that it is up to the parents to
Oh
reiterate,
no, for sure.
because I mean, for I mean, my daughter is 19 in college, having a ball, doing her thing,
Mm-hmm. How,
and
how many dumbass friends you got?
I mean,
How
it's a
many?
few dumbasses,
You,
but
you, you feel me?
I would say that I think that I love the fact that she does have a lot of discernment. And talking to her, I mean, we had like a full transparency type of conversation the other day, and I was like, I mean, at your age, I was like raising you. You are out here doing
Much
you are
better.
out here doing amazing things, and you're on a different track than I am. And I think that's also just a testament to me. It all
It
comes
is
back to me.
because
But no,
you're not a
but no,
fucking
I'm
idiot, and I
joking.
appreciate you.
I'm never going to not give her mother her credit. But this was a good little 3-pack.
It was. It was.
We smoked that. Niggas was scared to come through and shit though.
I mean, the link
But
never got dropped. I don't think either.
yeah, I don't think he paying attention.
He
Why he
ain't even
not
for
paying
real.
attention? Man, fuck the Giants. Now, with that being said, Scooty, do you have any last words for us tonight?
I did. I forgot him. We got distracted. Live every night like it's your last.
Love you, and as always, thank you for coming through this evening. Now, also, good people, if you don't know, the Big Exclusive podcast is back every Tuesday. It's been 2 back-to-backs. You know, the first one, they looked a little skittish. They was a little nervous. They was a little rusty. Last week they came back with the bombs. That's the way I spend my Tuesday nights, watching a Big Exclusive podcast. I advise you to do the same. Also, such a reminder, so you ain't got to ask what time the shows play. Now, with that being said, y'all know how I like to end every episode. First of all, thank you all for being here and checking me out every week. Second of all, if you're watching on a replay or you're watching it for the second time, thank you for that as well. But as always, live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.
Everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Nigga, quick cut. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Huh? What?